Hi, I'm going to run through how I clean my turbo. So I was sometimes getting a generic error light. If I accelerated hardish, like this, from a roundabout to a dual carriageway, and going from standing to about 60 odd, the heater coil light would start flashing and it would drop into a limp home mode. If I pulled over and turned off and turned back on again, cleared the fault and all was good. So a quick look around the internet suggested it was a problem with the turbo. First I'd check the actuator. I popped off the circlip. This arm moves the vanes of the turbo. I checked it moves smoothly. I think mine didn't move the full range at the start, but it's a bit difficult to know if you've never felt one that works correctly. Then I checked the electronic actuator by revving the engine. That looked to move and then return when it was turned off. Removing the turbo to clean looked like a big job, so the spraying stuff is much easier, and touch wood, it's fixed it for me. So remove the oil cap and the dipstick, then the engine cover, replace them so as not to get anything inside. There's a spring clip holding the hose from the air filter, which can be moved with clip pliers or pump pliers. Moved it up the pipe and out of the way. There's an airflow sensor on after the air filter. I was hoping I could leave that in place so I wouldn't get an error on the computer, but it seemed like it was going to get damaged, so I unclipped it. And now you can spray into the hose mouth. I ended up cleaning mine twice before it eliminated the problem. The first time I was worried I'd blasted it into the bend of the hose, so the second time I put it straight into the turbo. There's a Jubilee clip holding the hose onto the turbo. It's not difficult to get to. And now you can shoot straight into the turbo. I think this was mostly psychological benefit, but it might be useful for you to know. So for a diesel, the instructions, which aren't on the can for this one, say to spray a little and then let the engine settle. Don't rev the engine. It actually says not to rev a couple of times, so I'm guessing that's important. It used to fault 2 or 3 times a week before the first cleaning, and then after the second cleaning, I've run it for about 10 days with no problems. I'll probably need redoing semi-regularly, but it's about £10 a go, which is much cheaper than a reconditioned turbo, and it's easier than removing the turbo to take off and clean. I'm also giving it a good drink of some fuel treatments to hopefully keep everything a bit cleaner. I'm not sure if they make a difference. I have no brand preference, but it probably can't hurt, can it? Let me know if there's one you'd recommend or one you'd suggest to avoid. Thanks.